Here I am, everyone. Bacon Boy's back. Um, anyways, so I'm recording this third live YouTube video. However, since I've only started it, I'll wait till later to upload it. So I hope each and every single one of you would read my description, because what I'm asking you to do is help me sign a petition and win it, so that I can see Jul the Mouse wearing his giant sneakers with his regular outfit. He hasn't been doing that since the year of 2020, due to the coronavirus hitting the theme park, and even the rest of the country. Again, I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm only telling you this to express my feelings about how hurt and heartbroken I am seeing Jul the Mouse walk around barefoot while in his regular outfit, leaving Julia the Mouse, the only one left to wear her pink shoes with her regular outfit. And anyways, I hope someone out there can join me. If there's someone out there, please join in with me, because I really need you to participate. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I have a lot of information to share with you. Well, I've recently told you that um um that in this one part of the email I got coming from the New York Times, well, part of it read that the Netherlands was the first country to be hit by the coronavirus, and 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 closed down. They had to shut down, and you know how sad and heartbreaking this is. But and anyways, let me jump ahead. So Kinderpretpark Julianatoren in Apeldoorn, the Netherlands. Um, well, they need to make improvements, because Jul the Mouse, he has, well, I've already mentioned this before. Jul the Mouse, um, he gave up wearing his giant sneakers since the year 2020, which instead he shouldn't have been doing that. This is sad and heartbreaking. and and I don't understand how much longer I can bear to deal with seeing him walk barefoot while um while in his regular outfit. Oh wait, here we have a viewer. Hello, 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 hello. Are you gonna join me? Come on, I need you to write. I need you to write some messages to me. Oh shoot, you're gone. Oh great. Now what am I gonna do to get that viewer back online? Well, Well, if that person comes back, I want it to write messages straight to me, and also give me a reaction. Hold on a second. Wait, hold on. Why am I not seeing it appear? Why am I not seeing anyone write messages to me? Is it because I'm starting my live videos way too late of a time? Well, if I am starting them too late, this means a lot of you are sleeping. You must be asleep in bed. And well, anyways, what I would like to say is that I do absolutely anything for all the employers, employees, managers, and director Jeroen Bitter. Um, um, we're working at the theme park known as Kinderpretpark Julianatoren. Um, Anyways, in the previous uh, live video that I recently recorded and uploaded, well, to be honest with you, one thing I forgot to mention, well, it's about these two rides. Well, I've seen Jul the Mouse appear as a 2D animated character. He was wearing sneakers, with his regular outfit. Um, One of the rides was under the name Race Autos. Excuse my Dutch. Um, which translates to raging race cars in English, coming right out from the official Dutch language, which I use translation. It's all thanks to the help of Google Translate. But anyways, oh, and this second ride that I've seen Jewel the Mouse appear as a 2D animated character wearing sneakers with his regular outfit. Well, the name of this one other ride, it's Jules Ballonvaart. Again, excuse my Dutch. Um, well, to be honest with you, though, those are the only two rides I've seen Jewel the Mouse appear as a 2D animated character wearing sneakers with his regular outfit. However, what one of the things that I find extremely disappointing in my view is that they remodeled those two rides on me, and again, this really upsets and disappoints me, and I don't understand why that the people working at a Kinderpretpark Julianatoren um would do that on me. I mean, seriously, why did they even have to do that on me? Like seriously, this really hurts my feelings and breaks my heart, you know. And therefore, I did also mention to you one time, um, on Instagram. Oh wait, we got a second viewer. Oh well, on Instagram, I did mention to you before one time on Instagram. Oh shoot, they all left. Wait, those two viewers. Why don't they reappear? Hello, are you there? Hello. I don't understand why they'd leave, but anyways. Oh wait, that viewer's back. It's back. Oh hi. Oh hi. Oh hello. Hello. Are you gonna join me in this YouTube video? Hello. Come on. I need you to send me a message. Oh shoot, you're gone. You're gone. Um. Oh man, I don't understand why people keep passing me by. Anyways. So wait, hold on. What was I saying earlier? Before two viewers came inside to participate in here with me. Oh shoot, it's almost 9 o'clock, and in 1 minute, do not disturb mode is gonna be turned on automatically right at me, especially my face. But I'm hoping everyone can join in watching this live YouTube video with me. shoot, I'm running out of time. Do not disturb mode will be turned on automatically at my face. Less than a minute. However, it's a good thing that. Wait, hold on. I don't understand why it would want me to ask my my favorite genre for movies or TV shows. I mean, uh, wait, how do I get rid of that booger? Well, I'm gonna need to. Yeah, there you go. God, what I can do about this? Wait, hold on. All I'm seeing are games. All I see are games. Wait, hold on. I wonder if everybody could see me. Wait, hold on. There's a high button, a collapse button, an expand button. Oh wait, that's cool. It's really cool. Wait, hold on. Why is that thing hiding my eyes? Ah, there. I got rid of that little booger. Perfect, perfect. Whew. Well, anyways, continuing with where I left off. Oh, wait, I remember. Uh, I was recently on Instagram and saw Jul the Mouse's giant sneakers being used, and it was famously seen in a story on Instagram. I forgot how long ago that was. Oh wait, that was going towards the end of 2024. I could tell it was being used only during Sinterklaas events. Wait, am I saying it right? Sinterklaas events. Here, hold on. I didn't say it right. Let me try again. Sinterklaas events. There, much better, much better. Anyways, they were being used during Sinterklaas events. Sinterklaas events. Um, However, that's not all they're supposed to be used for, because I noticed they were being used only to let children put sweet treats inside of them. Therefore, those days of Jewel the Mouse wearing his giant sneakers with his regular outfit, they need to make a comeback, big time. You know what I'm talking about, guys? Look, I'm serious. I'm not kidding you. This has to make a comeback. I can't bear to deal with seeing Jewel the Mouse walking around barefoot while in his regular outfit any longer. I mean, how much longer do I have to deal with this? And it better not be permanent. I demand this be changed to temporary. So anyways, that viewer's back. And if it could kindly please do me a favor, consider sending me a message. All right, I'd like you to do that. Oh wait, I got a second viewer on here. Um, watching this live YouTube video. Hello, hello. Uh, shoot. Oh, that viewer's gone. Top fans. Wait, there's nothing I can do about it. Um, Well, anyways, what I'm gonna need to do is wait again until those two viewers reappear, only to join me in participating his live YouTube video. Wait, hold on. What should I do? What should I do? Wait, hold on. Don't mind me. It's only that my ears gone itchy lately. Uh, well, so and anyways, if there's someone out there who can join my YouTube team, I'd appreciate it if you do. So I really need a YouTube team because this is really important to me, and one time I was attempting to do groups of 10 or more on this app I used to have. It's that KLM Airlines app. They offer destinations to the Netherlands. However, if I want to do groups of 10 or more, well, what I'm gonna need is what I'm gonna need to do is talk to Delta Airlines because I'm unsure if they'll allow me to do excessively large groups of people on my YouTube team with me, and by the time we make our arrival at Amsterdam Schiphol International Airport, I did tell you guys this before. The Netherlands, they don't accept the U.S. dollar. They don't want your American money. They only accept the euro. So what they want you to do is exchange your currency. All right, that's what they want you to do. And since flights from the United States um to Europe are really expensive, well, what I'm gonna need you to do is to help me get rich, be paid a higher load amount of money than the current price um of a flight from the USA to Europe, because currently I am in North America at the moment. However, I would like to return to Europe, but that's not going to be a bomb holder in Germany, where I lived for 3.5 years. Oh, wait, that viewer's back. Oh, hello. Hello? Uh, Come on. Are you going to write a message to me or what? Oh, shit, you're gone. Alright. Well, I might as well wait then. Oh, wait, it's back. It's back. Now, are you ready to write a message to me? Hello? Come on, I know you can hear my voice. Come on. There, I know you're there. I need to turn my ringer on. Wait. See if it'll work this way. Only to make sure that everybody will hear my voice out. Either this may or may not work. But anyways, I would like to see somebody send me a message. See what I can do. Maybe they are not allowed to be hidden. Chat filter. Top messages. All messages. Oh wait. Maybe I shouldn't be filtering anyone's messages at all. So it's best that I select none as my best option. See what I can do. Wait, how does this hide all the chat messages? Wait, every every message needs to appear, including the spam ones, which I don't mind, as long as it's not too offensive or anything like that. Um, hmm. Wait, I'm not anticipating any movies. This is a live YouTube video, you know? It is, it really is. So, anyways, I like to, I like to jump to this subject here. Um, well, you know, every single day, Kinderpretpark Julianatoren, they 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 do these shows where Jul and Julia appear on stage, doing the same old dance moves to the same old children's songs, all over and over again and again, and and they need to take a break from that. You know, they really do. Look, they've been working too hard. From within the theme park, you know, especially while on stage, which is not where I plan on meeting them at. Instead, I like to see them appear on actual ground level, you know, not raised ground level, especially near the entrance to that theme park's official tower, you know, the entrance door leading to the inside of that theme park's iconic and signature tower. You know what I'm talking about, guys? It, and and you know it is a tall tower, you know, and 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 with this new YouTube video project of the future I'm planning, I don't plan on being filmed from within the theme park, where I'm surrounded by metal gates that are painted black. What Jewel and Julia need are the outside world, you know, because there's a lot more room for them, you know. Therefore, being filmed from within the theme park, it's not going to be enough room for them, guys. They need the outside world where there's lots of room, you know. Um, look, they can. Here's a new plan. Here's another new plan I'm making. Well, you know, you know, a lot of children waiting in lines, especially the long ones. Well, you know, they can be boring, you know, and a lot of these children, they start to lose their patience every time they ask their parents to do a character meet and greet with Jewel and Julia, you know. However, to be clear with you on this one, it's once as fun. However, it would be a lot more fun if they could do if children could do character meeting if children can do character meet and greets with um Jewel and Julia, um in locations um outside the theme park and far away from it, you know. Um, oh wait, that viewer's back. Oh, that's good news. So, anyways, guys, you know that this is a new plan I am making, you know, and like I mentioned before, all they ever do are the same old dance moves to the same old children's songs while appearing on stage. Well, you know, it comes from the official children's TV series under the title Jewel and Julia, you know. All they do is the same old children's songs all over and over again and again. What 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 Jewel and Julia need, again, they're the two cute and adorable little mice mascots of of the theme park. Well, what they need are are songs of a different genre, you know. Um, and that would be old school music. Um, which I mean, songs from the 60s, you know, performed by bands that were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This consists of genres like classic rock, classic jam, acoustic rock, and acoustic jam. Um, um, this jumps straight to songs from the 70s, consisting of genres like consisting of of fusions, um from coming from two different genres, you know. You know, it's a mixture or fusion of two genres put together. Can and like I mentioned before earlier on, not too long ago, uh, they I will say this a third time, third and final time. Uh, they consist of disco funk, jazz funk, disco jazz, disco soul, soul jazz, soul funk. If you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, and funky R&B. I forgot about that genre. Um, Now for the 80s, um, this will consist of genres like synth pop, synth dance, electric electro pop, electro dance. Let me see what else. 80s hip hop, 80s rap. Let me see. 80s dance pop. Wait, hold on. Glam rock. Let me see what else is there. Wait, hair rock is an alternative name for glam rock. You know, the classic glam rock, where every member has long hair. You know, and I am telling you, uh, the 80s is considered a decade where people had big hair. You know, however, there's more to it than only that. You know, anyways, moving on from that. Well, you know, a lot of people gained much fame and popularity. However, I'm gonna move on from that. Now for the 90s, well, it pretty much involves the same thing, except there's a little more to it, you know. Songs from boy groups and girl groups, you know, and this and therefore this type of hip hop, rap, and pop, well, you know, it's the 90s type, you know. And they pretty much as well involve the same electronic musical genre, you know, like the 80s, except in the 90s it sounds different, you know. Well, I'm gonna move on to the next decade. Well, that'd be the 2000s. I'm not gonna do a lot of songs from those, only a small amount. Once again, it does pretty much involve the same thing. However, it sounds way different from those two previous decades. And the last thing I'm gonna jump to, well, that's gonna be only one song from the 2010s, and the year that it will come from is the late zone, and that one year in the late zone is 2018. The title of that song, released in 2018, well, that'd be Good Morning, and it's performed by the artist known as Max Frost. That's the only song I'm gonna use because a lot of these new songs, they have explicit language in it. I'm not gonna be using those types of songs because for the most part, y- you know, all I ever want to do is involve old school songs. And although I don't look old school, and instead appear to be young in view, well, old school music, it's more appropriate for me. And let me see, what should I say? Oh, this is the type of music that Jul and Julia need, in their life. You know. Now let me jump to this next part. Well, I'm hoping all the employers, employees, managers, and directors Jeroen Buter hear my voice out, because what I want them to do is give me authorization and being allowed to take Julie out into the community. You know that's exactly what I want, you guys. So so if they can give me proper authorization and being allowed to take Jewel and Julia out into the community, I really appreciate it. If they could accept accept my request. Hold on, my mom's calling me. What? Not yet. Not yet. Sure. Anyways, sorry about that, guys. I had to put my clothes in the dryer since they were still in the washer. Here, let me scooch myself in. All right. Now, to continue where I left off. Anyways, what I want is for the the employers, employees, managers, and directors Jeroen Buter, to give me proper authorization in in taking Jul and Julia out into the community. Again, they are the two cute and adorable little mice, mascots of the theme park. However, as 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 long as Jul the Mouse is wearing his giant sneakers with his regular outfit and being more like Julia and the mouse, especially while I'm there in person. Well, I really appreciate it if they could bring back those days of him wearing his giant sneakers with his regular outfit. You know, I miss those days dearly, and they need to make a comeback. You know, they gotta make a comeback, big time. So anyways, I did recently tell you about the official website of Kinderpretpark Julianatoren, um, and their new chat feature. Oh wait, I forgot. I forgot to. There's something I forgot to tell you guys. Um, there's there's um another attraction. Well, actually, not really an attraction. Um, that I've seen Jewel the Mouse appear as a 2D animated character wearing sneakers with his outfit. Well, that beyond this one old vehicle, which is no longer in operation, and the name of it is Jules Cabrio Bus. Wait, hold on. Did I say it right? Let me try again. Jules Cabrio Bus. Wait, I didn't. I still didn't say it right. Let me try again. Jules Cabrio Bus. Wait, that sounds almost right. I'll try a fourth time. Jules Cabrio Bus. Ah, much better. Much better. Jules Cabrio Bus. Well, that is the correct pronunciation. Although there's no direct translation from Dutch to English for that one, well, that's exactly what I've also seen him appear as a 2D animated character wearing sneakers with his regular outfit on, you know. That one vehicle no longer in operation. It's red in color and it's a bus. However, this is no ordinary bus. It's an old bus, all right. It's a really old bus, and you know its engine. Well, it stopped working. You know, used to be in operation, but not anymore. So, anyways, well, I did have another new plan in mind. Well, I'm gonna be writing posts um on this app, of which of course you know is my YouTube app. So so it's a good thing I have a new posts tab. Lucky me. And I'm gonna be writing them so that you guys could write comments to me. You know, you viewers watching this um live YouTube video. Um, and once you start to read them, well, um, I'm gonna be writing an excessively large load of information, of which I mean I'm writing a petition. You know, that's exactly what I'm doing. I have to write a petition so that you guys can reach out to me, and especially the employers, employees, managers, and director Jeroen Buter. Jeroen Buter. Sorry, I sounded terrible. Can do the same thing. I want them to see that. They have to see that because it's very important that they do so for me and my YouTube team. Because if they deny letting me see Jul the Mouse wearing his giant sneakers with his regular outfit, well, that's gonna make me feel more hurt. And 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 to be honest with you, this really shatters my heart into 100 pieces. Seeing that Jewel the Mouse, he doesn't wear his giant sneakers with his regular outfit anymore. And I did tell you before, someone on Instagram wrote to me that Jewel the Mouse doesn't wear his giant sneakers with his regular outfit anymore. I mean, seriously, why would such a user on Instagram be writing stuff like that to me? Seriously, don't do that. Makes things worse, and I feel more hurt. Seeing someone write that to me, especially on a social media app like Instagram. Well, you know, I really don't like people writing stuff like that to me. Only makes things worse, and I feel more hurt. Um, which means which also means look more terrible than expected. Makes me look terrible. Seriously, don't do that. Don't ever do that. Please, I beg you, don't write stuff like that to me, all right? Because like I said, once and twice, and we'll say again a third time, because you know it's a charm, right? Third time's always a charm. Um, well, once again, don't do that, because I feel worse and more hurt from reading stuff like that recently written to me before. But anyways, you guys, let me jump to this next subject. So, um, there are several locations that I plan on taking Jewel and Julia to to visit. Well, in one episode of me being featured with Jewel and Julia, since I prefer you to call me by my nickname Bacon Boy, since I named my channel Bacon Boy Travel Productions. Well, I plan on collaborating with Jewel and Julia from their original TV series that ran from 2015 to 2018. However, one thing I forgot to mention was that they 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 returned with their revival series, which started in either in the year 2022 or 2023. I can never actually remember. Wait, I believe that was 2023, which represents the year they started their revival series. However, the episodes, they've been adding right onto YouTube. Well, there's more of them that feature Jewel the Mouse walking around barefoot while in his regular outfit instead of wearing his giant sneakers. I mean, seriously, why would I want to watch episodes that feature Jewel the Mouse walking around barefoot while in his regular outfit. Seriously, why exactly would you want me to watch that? I don't even like those types of episodes, guys. Please, I don't want to watch them. The episodes I like better are the ones are those ones that feature Jul the Mouse wearing his giant sneakers with his regular outfit, and those episodes are the ones I'm better off choosing, because the episodes that feature Jewel the Mouse walking around barefoot while in his regular outfit, well, you know I don't even like those episodes, guys. And however, I did watch them once, but the one I find to be a favorite of mine is Jul en Julia en het rood verjaardagsfeest, which translates from Dutch to English as Jul and Julia and the Big Birthday Party. Again, excuse my Dutch. Well, I'm unsure of how Dutch people like like the ones working at Kinderpretpark Julianatoren say it or pronounce it. I'd like to know the correct pronunciation of J and how it's used. Either it makes that regular J sound, or makes that ya, like the Y sound. I mean, look, how exactly is it supposed to be pronounced, including the ligature IJ? Either it's supposed to be pronounced Ej or I. I'm unsure, but I'm really gonna need help with this one. Oh, and I also noticed that the letters Q, X, and Y are the only three letters that are not used in the official Dutch language, because it's not part of it's not part of um how how the speakers um prefer um prefer to speak, prefer to talk, using using their official language, using that official language of theirs, if you know what I'm talking about, guys. However, I I do realize that the letters Q, X, and Y are considered rare letters, except that to me they're found in only the smallest possible amount of words, like um uh an extremely low percentage, a percentage at that type of level, an extremely low level. Anyways, it's already getting close to 1 hour. You know, I I I can tell that only 12 minutes remain, and I'm gonna be ending this live YouTube video soon. However, I still um might ask you to please participate watching this live YouTube video that I'm currently recording at the moment. Let me see. Well, if the time is right for you, well, please do consider joining me. Um, because I really want to win this petition. So I'm gonna ask you to do me a favor. Stand up and fight with me, so that the people working at Kinderpretpark Julianatoren can hear my voice out. And and all this can be spread to news channels across this nation, including countries in different continents. Like I mentioned before, we are in North America, and I did tell you earlier that I would like to return to Europe, you know. So anyways, guys, uh, I'm unable to understand why Kinderpretpark Julianatoren hasn't even made any improvements. However, they need to hear my voice out, you know. They really do. This is important for me and my YouTube team, which I already said before. And it looks like that viewer has made its return, and it's gone again. Um, Here, let me adjust my position. Perfect. Um, well, anyways, guys, it looks like it's already getting close to 1 hour. Wait, did I see that viewer return? Hmm. Well, it was there a little bit ago until it disappeared. Um, I'm still gonna need some messages sent out to me, you know, including the reactions. However, if if you don't like seeing me start it so late in the evening or at night, however you want me to call it, um, I bet most of you would like it a lot better. Seeing me start a live video on YouTube during the daytime, you know, starting a live YouTube video during the daytime. Oh wait, looks like that viewer's returned. Oh, that's good news. Hello, gonna write a message to me? Give me a reaction? Come on, I know you can hear me. Oh shoot, you're gone now. Oh, I don't understand why I lose viewers. But I really need to see them appear on there. That way they can participate. Hmm. Yeah, but I wonder. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, this is this is pretty interesting. Hmm. Hmm. I don't understand. Hmm. Wait a minute. Oh, that viewer's back. Hmm. That was only for inappropriate messages. Huh. Well, it seems to me like that viewer already disappeared, and it looks like I only have 5 more minutes until I end this live YouTube video. However, it's a good thing I'm able um to see a community moderation settings. Lucky me, I have those. So seems to me like I won't be holding anyone's messages after all. Because I'm used to seeing people write whatever they want at me. I don't mind. Write whatever you want to me. I don't care. Do whatever you want, guys. Because well, obviously it doesn't matter what you want to write. It could be any statement you like. And chatting with someone is good for you and your health. You know, and and therefore this is exactly what I should be doing more often. Chatting with someone, especially during the daytime. One of the most important parts of interacting with someone, maybe even connecting, getting in touch, you know. And it's already down to I'd say about nearly a solid 3 minutes. And it is getting there already. So eh, eh, it's counting down as well. However, it started at 3 minutes and it's already starting to count down. So what I'm gonna do, guys, give this one last test run. Wait, never knew I had a second set of settings. Hmm. One of them is for hiding spam. One of them is for hiding all, and the final one is for hiding none of them. And to be honest with you, it seems like that viewer has indeed returned, only for a little bit. And 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 I'm only telling you this because after a little while, it disappears in the blink of an eye. Which means immediately, like quickly. Zoom. And that's exactly what it's like to me. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching this live YouTube. Thank you so much for watching this live YouTube video. I really appreciate you doing so. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, subscribe, probably even give me hearts. You can use any reaction you like. However, I'd appreciate it more if you give lots of likes and only the fewest. Oh, actually, what I meant to say was the smallest possible amount of dislikes. So, anyways, once again, guys, thank you so much for watching this live YouTube video. I live YouTube video. I really appreciate it. Thank you, and goodbye. See how I might end this.